Welcome to Wisdom and Wealth, your channel dedicated to unlocking the secrets to a fulfilling life, especially for those of us over 40. In today's video, we're delving into a profound teaching from the Supreme Buddha, a timeless guide for navigating life's complexities without accumulating regrets. Before we dive in, if you appreciate content that helps you grow wiser and wealthier in spirit, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us bring you more valuable insights. Life, as we all know, is a journey filled with choices, and sometimes, with the benefit of hindsight, we find ourselves regretting decisions we've made. If only I hadn't done this, we lament, my life would be so much better now. The Supreme Buddha, in his infinite wisdom, offered a path to cultivate a life free from the heavy burden of regret. This isn't just about avoiding mistakes, it's about cultivating the qualities within ourselves that lead to a more meaningful and contented existence. His teachings are profound and offer a better way to live our lives. These guiding principles are woven throughout the Buddha's teachings, appearing across various sutras. To build a life unburdened by regret, we must cultivate 4 essential qualities within ourselves. These 4 qualities are powerful guideposts in our journey to greater fulfillment. Now, consider this your first reminder to like and subscribe to Wisdom and Wealth for more content like this. These qualities, when embraced, can lead to a life of profound satisfaction and peace. First, the Supreme Buddha emphasized the importance of truthfulness. In our modern world, honesty may seem like a simple concept, but it holds immense power. Often, we rationalize lying as a means of escaping difficult situations, believing it offers a temporary reprieve. However, remember, a lie is a fragile thing, demanding constant protection and often leading to a tangled web of further deception. Eventually, the truth will surface, and when it does, the consequences can be far more damaging than the initial discomfort of honesty. The foundation to your life is truth. The Buddha understood this, recognizing that living a truthful life, while sometimes challenging, ultimately frees us from the burden of constant vigilance and the inevitable regret that follows dishonesty. It's about building trust, both with ourselves and with others, and creating a foundation of integrity that allows us to face the world with confidence. When we are being truthful and open, it creates the space for greater fulfillment in our life. Secondly, the Supreme Buddha stressed the vital role of wisdom. Wisdom, in this context, transcends mere knowledge, it's about applying understanding to make sound decisions. Life is precious, a gift of immense value, and the choices we make directly shape our experiences and define our future. This is a critical step in your journey to great success in life. Therefore, we must cultivate the ability to discern what is truly beneficial and act accordingly. If you're finding this discussion insightful, please give this video a like and subscribe to Wisdom and Wealth for more practical wisdom. Every moment presents us with choices, from the thoughts that flit through our minds to the actions we take in the world. When negative thoughts arise, anger, resentment, hatred, jealousy, we face a choice, to indulge them or to let them pass. Similarly, when wholesome thoughts appear, we can choose to nurture them, turning them into positive actions and words. The Buddha urged us to consciously choose the path of goodness, recognizing that our thoughts and actions have far-reaching consequences. When faced with negativity, we must recognize its harmful potential, both for ourselves and for those around us. Instead of succumbing to anger or resentment, we can choose compassion, understanding, and forgiveness. This requires conscious effort, a deliberate turning away from the impulses that lead to suffering. Conversely, when wholesome thoughts arise, we should embrace them, translating them into acts of kindness, generosity, and service. Wisdom, then, is the ability to distinguish between what leads to well-being and what leads to harm. It's about making choices that align with our values and contribute to a more positive and fulfilling life. This extends beyond grand decisions to the everyday interactions and choices we make. Are we choosing our friends wisely? Are we dealing with people fairly and with compassion? Living a life guided by wisdom ensures that we are constantly moving towards a brighter, more meaningful future, free from the regrets that arise from impulsive and ill-considered actions. Third, the Supreme Buddha emphasized the importance of courage. Achieving meaningful goals requires effort, perseverance, and a willingness to face challenges head-on. Every successful person has encountered obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. It is the ability to summon courage, to push through adversity, that ultimately determines success. So do not be afraid to go after your dreams. Without courage, we may shy away from opportunities, failing to pursue our dreams and passions. As time passes and opportunities fade, we may find ourselves filled with regret, lamenting the chances we missed. The Buddha urged us to cultivate courage, to embrace challenges, and to work diligently towards our goals. This isn't just about achieving material success, it's about living a life of purpose and fulfillment. This is your friendly reminder to like and subscribe to Wisdom and Wealth. With dedication and courage, we can overcome obstacles and create a life we are proud of. Fourth, the Supreme Buddha spoke of generosity. It's not enough to be truthful, wise, and courageous. We must also cultivate a spirit of generosity, sharing our resources and compassion with others. Often, as wealth increases, so does the tendency to hoard and to focus solely on personal gain. However, life is not meant to be lived in isolation. It's about connecting with others, contributing to the well-being of our community, and making a positive impact on the world. Generosity isn't limited to material possessions, it also includes our time, our energy, and our compassion. Offering a helping hand, lending a listening ear, or simply showing kindness to a stranger can bring immense joy and satisfaction. The act of helping others creates a ripple effect, inspiring others to do the same and fostering a more compassionate and interconnected world. By practicing generosity, we cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends material wealth. So, what are the 4 qualities that will lead to a life free from regret? Truthfulness, wisdom, courage, and generosity. Cultivating these qualities will undoubtedly help you to lead a life of fulfillment and without regret. These aren't just abstract ideals, they are practical principles that can be integrated into our daily lives. By consciously choosing to live with truthfulness, wisdom, courage, and generosity, we can create a life of meaning, purpose, and lasting happiness. If you found these insights valuable, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to Wisdom and Wealth. Now, let's move on to the threefold practices of Buddhism. In today's video, we are going to take a look at the threefold practices in Buddhism. No matter how the way that you are approaching the Buddhist teachings, these are the 3 practices that you need to practice in Buddhism. The ultimate goal of all the Buddhist teachings is to liberate your mind from unsatisfactoriness. Liberate your mind from all the sufferings in life. Because the Buddha said that the life is based on unsatisfactoriness. So once you have a deeper and a wiser understanding about your life, then you can liberate your mind from all the unsatisfactorinesses in your life. So Buddha realized that to achieve this state, to enlighten your mind and to liberate your mind, you need to make some conditions and you have to practice your mind. So that is why Buddha introduced us these 3 practices to practice in our practical life in order to enlighten our mind. So without any further ado, let's dive into these practices. The first practice in Buddhism is called Sila. The Sila means the moral and ethical conduct, being disciplined from your body and from your words. So once you practice this Sila, you can be disciplined from your body and from your words. Buddha understood that when we are living with people, the way we behave, the actions that we do from our body, and the words that we speak will impact the lives of other people as well as us. It will impact the life of ourself, the way we behave and way we speak, and also it will highly influence the others' lives too, and that is why Buddha said, purify your conduct, act, do wholesome things from your body and from your words. Sila helps you to practice the verbal and the physical conduct in a moral and a more ethical and wholesome way. In Sila we have precepts basically for lay people like you. You have 5 precepts that you can protect. The first one is abstaining from killing beings. The Buddha says that stay away from killing beings. In that way you become disciplined from your body. Abstaining from stealing. Do not take others' possessions without their permissions, without the permissions of themselves, with the stealing mind. Once you protect that, you be disciplined from your body. And Buddha said that stay away from sexual misconduct. When you abstain from sexual misconduct, you become disciplined from your body. And the Buddha said, stay away from lying. Be disciplined from your words. Do not break the trust of others from your words. And finally, Buddha says, stay away from intoxicating your body. Do not use intoxicants and other drugs. It will lead to harmful situations and harmful consequences in your life. Basically, Buddha introduced us these 5 precepts to protect in your life. When you observe and when you protect these 5 precepts, you become disciplined from your body. Why we should live a disciplined life? We should live a disciplined life to stay away from regrets. Because when you look at these 5 precepts, if you engage in these things, if you kill animals, if you steal others' possessions, if you commit sexual misconduct, if you lie and if you intoxicate yourself, what will happen? There will be a lot of regrets in your life. And also there will be things that you have to worry about. That is why Buddha says stay away from these 5 things and you will live a regretless life. Moving on to the second practice, we have samadhi. Now samadhi can be translated as concentration or mental peacefulness inside your mind. Now remember, this samadhi is supported by the first practice that is called the sealer. The Buddha said when you practice sealer or when you live a moral and ethical life, what will happen? You will have less regrets in your mind. You will have no regrets in your mind. Once you have no regrets in your mind, what will happen? It will lead to the mental happiness. Because most of the people, they worry about the things that they have done in the past. Unwholesome things that they have done in the past. But once you live according to the precepts, once you live a virtuous life, then you can be happy about yourself and also your mind will be in a good and a happy state. That is why this samadhi is supported by the sealer. Now why we need samadhi? Now we need samadhi to think clearly, because you know that when your mind is busy, when your mind is scattered and when it runs here and there, it is very difficult to think clearly. Now Buddha considered that thinking clearly and thinking freely is a great benefit to understand the reality of your life, and that is why we need to practice samadhi. For practicing samadhi, Buddha introduced many meditations. So one type of meditation is called samatha meditation. Sam meditations helps you to condense your mind and find that peacefulness inside your mind. It includes loving kindness meditations, breathing meditations, mindfulness meditations. All those meditations will help you to achieve a peaceful and a calm life. But remember this, to achieve a peaceful and calm life, you have to focus on living a virtuous life, living a disciplined life. Keep that in your mind. Let's move on to the third practice, and this is the final practice in Buddhist teachings that is called wisdom or pa in Buddhism. Now so many people think that knowledge is wisdom. Always remember, knowledge is a part of wisdom, but it is not the wisdom. Now Buddha explains that you must achieve wisdom from 3 means, from 3 types of wisdoms. The first type of wisdom is called suttamiya. Suttamiyapanna means the wisdom that is gained through learning. You can learn, you can read and you can listen to sermons. That is called the knowledge. Of course, wisdom has a part of knowledge. And also the second type of wisdom is called chintaya. Chintame pratna is the wisdom that is gained by wisely reflecting. The wisdom that is gained by wisely reflecting on what you have learned, the reality of your life. When Buddha teaches about the reality of the life, when Buddha teaches about the impermanence and the reality of all the things, you have to wisely reflect on it. You have to think upon it. And once you think and once you wisely reflect on it, you gain the wisdom. You gain a deeper understanding. That is called chintame pra. The wisdom that is gained by wisely reflecting. And also in the third type of wisdom, this is the most important type of wisdom, that is called bhavana pratna. The wisdom that is gained by practicing. Now the wisdom that is gained by practicing is supported by all those 2 wisdoms. Chintame pra and suttame prajna. The wisdom that is gained by listening or learning, and also the wisdom that is gained by wisely reflecting. Now Buddha says when you learn and when you think and when you wisely reflect on it, then you can apply it to your practical life by doing meditations, by doing it practically. Many of the people believe that bhavana pra is only based on meditations. No, bhavana does not mean only the meditation. It gives the meaning of development or practicing. So you have to look, how can I apply these Buddha's teachings? How can I practice these things in my practical life? Once you do it, your wisdom will be developed. That is how you practice the wisdom in Buddhist teachings. So basically these are the three main practices in Buddhism. Sailor gives you the ethical and wholesome bodily and verbal conduct, and samadhi will help you to develop a concentrated and a calmer and a peaceful mind. And proud gives you a deeper and a wiser understanding about the reality and our existence and all the experiences that we go through in our life. Once you practice these three practices, you will be directed. Your life will be focused on liberation. Your mind will be well prepared for the liberation and to a deeper understanding about the life. So these are the three practices that we practice in Buddhism. Try to practice these things and try to apply it to your practical life. Wish you all happy and a peaceful life.